Hello, my name is Russell Myers, independent for U.S. President for 2024. I was going to originally do a response to the debate between Harris and Trump, but I decided against it. I think most Americans actually kind of see this as the whole thing was pretty much a clown show. And yes, I will say that Harris did come out on top of that contest, but that's a pretty low bar, honestly. Trump really went off the deep end talking about people eating cats, which, number one, isn't happening. The police in that city have said they have had no reports of this. So what are people doing? Home invasions, breaking into your house at gunpoint? Give me your cat, I want to eat it. No, that's not happening. So okay, so even if this happened, okay, if they're picking up stray cats and eating them, let's face it, millions of dogs and cats are put down in this country every year. I guess if somebody eats some of them, that's on balance not such a bad thing. It's no more horrendous than killing chickens, turkeys, pigs, cows. I'm against animal cruelty, but let's face it, all of this is animal cruelty. I'm not a vegetarian myself. But, okay, how is this a thing? I'd be careful about any diseases or parasites they're carrying. The point is that I'm getting to is that it doesn't matter which one of them wins a debate or which one of them. If one of these two win the presidency, they win, you lose. The only way that you can see it as a win is by ideology. That's all. That's all. Both of them are, rabidly anti-immigrant in most ways. The Biden-Harris administration is deported more immigrants and more people than the Trump administration did, who in turn, actually deported less than the Obama administration. Whatever. But let me get to the focus of this video. So Trump has been talking arbitrarily. His tone keeps on flip-flopping back and forth about imposing 100% tariffs on imports into the United States. At some point, I've heard him say, well, if other countries impose 100% tariffs, we will impose 100% tariffs. Who's doing that? Name a country that's doing that. There is no country that is doing that. Trump imposed all these tariffs on other countries, and it increased your cost of living. And at other times, he has just said that he is going to impose 100% tariffs on all imports coming into the United States. Do you know what that will do to your cost of living? You're talking hyperinflation. You're talking inflation of 100% or more. The United States, our food, our industries, even our oil, we cannot survive without imports. Technology especially. Food, technology, energy, we have to have imports. Oh, we can produce everything that we need. Really? Can we? At what, and how much will that cost? To revamp, I'm for increasing U.S. manufacturing, most definitely. But you can't just cut off. That's something that needs to be done gradually. We deindustrialize gradually. We cannot just suddenly cut off all imports and think that we're going to magically restart old factories and stuff like this. Most of those factories are completely derelict and unusable. Starting up new mines or building new factories costs billions and billions, trillions of dollars, and will take years to do. Meanwhile, what happens? Okay, we impose 100% tariffs. Okay, well, countries that we export to, guess what they're going to do? They're going to impose 100% tariffs on American goods, meaning all trade just stops. That's it. We don't import anything. We don't export anything. We're completely isolated. And what good does that do? Do you know that that foreign holdings of U.S. Treasuries have dropped to 15%? 15% of U.S. Treasuries are held by foreign entities now. Yet, it wasn't too long ago that was over 30%. If nobody's buying our debt, then what happens to our debt? Eventually, we wind up defaulting on it. Oh, well, we can rely on domestic investors. Okay, do you know what happens with that? Well, let's say U.S. investors at 4% return decide to buy up U.S. Treasuries. Well, that takes that money out of the equation for investing in production. You take $1 billion that you could use to build a factory, and instead you put it into Treasury bonds. Well, now you're not building that factory. You buy a 10-year bond, that $1 billion is tied up for 10 years. You keep repeating this process. We've got over $35 trillion in debt. So you're taking $35 trillion of money out of the economy and putting it into something that does not produce anything except more debt. Last year, we paid $1 trillion on the U.S. debt. This year, $1.2 trillion. We're having to create more debt to pay on the debt. So, should we stop trade? Should we just stop talking to other countries? Except to bomb them? What are we going to do? Neither one of these two offer any answers. But most definitely, 100% tariff is not an answer to anything. This is just a talking point. This is Trump trying to act tough. It can't be done. If it did happen, then it is a route to destruction. All right, so, but, at the same time, Harris's ideas are going to lead to extreme inflation also. Sure, you can say you're going to control price gauging, whatever that is. Yeah, I know she meant gouging, but price gauging. For how long? Yes, Richard Nixon imposed price and wage freezes for a short period of time. But look what happened after that. Look at the inflation of the 1970s into the 1980s, resulting in Paul Volcker imposing a 20% interest rate. And then what happened? What happened to employment? We wound up with Reaganomics, which is not a good thing. So, this is all a route to destruction. Neither of them have any plan. They can't look past talking points on a campaign. That's it. They don't have any real ideas. Every time you listen to them, what they say changes. All right? Share this video. Talk about these subjects. I mean, really talk about it. Think about it. Talk about it. If you can afford it, please donate whatever you can to help expand this campaign. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Hope you have a good day.